Hey yo everybody, Haku here with my review of episode 3 of Youjo Senki, the saga of Tanya the Evil. Yeah, that's what it's called, right? I always forget if it's Tanya the Evil or what the thing is in the subtitle. I believe it's Tanya the Evil. But yeah, I always have it and then I forget it when I go to record. It's just the way it always goes. For this episode, I don't know if they stepped it up from episode 2. It was really good though, I really liked it. I think maybe it's around par with episode 2, definitely way better than episode 1, and we actually bridged the gap between episode 2 and 1 chronologically, and then got a little bit of stuff happening after the events of episode 1. Again, I like this episode a lot. I'm wondering why they couldn't have just had episode 1 to be in the gap properly chronologically, because I think it would have even been better and felt more natural that way. But yeah, whatever. I still love the episode, and I'm not taking that away from this episode at all, of course. Yeah, just sort of weird. Now, starting at the very beginning, we have a few days time skip from when she got injured at the end of episode 1, or episode 2. I keep wanting to call it episode 1 because I'm thinking chronologically here. But yeah, we have a few days time skip, and then she is assigned to the instruction squad to be testing this new magical jewel thing, of course, that they use to turn their magical energy, it would seem, into the actual spells to convert it in that sort of way. But yeah, and I love the cut they use with that as well, where she goes straight from the meeting room to screaming because this is not working out very well. And then we finally actually get the opening, and I thought the opening looked really good. One thing I would say is when the chorus hits, I thought they were going to go for more action, because they showed that off a lot in the first episode, and they did have a lot of great action in the second episode that I liked even better than the first one, of course. But I really thought they would have added sort of just a random fighting action sequence at the chorus there, instead of just showing like Eric and the other random generalish leader dudes' faces. But other than that, I thought it was a really, really good opening. Even with that, I did think it was a good opening overall. I just think I was expecting them to do a little more. But either way, when we start out getting into the episode after the opening, I saw that on the title screen, Deus Vult was... Because people, after the first episode, or second episode, I guess, because of all the God wills it stuff, there were a bunch of Deus Vult memes in all the comments, and that was legit the episode's name, so I laughed a bit at that, it being the actual episode name, and it actually, the saying played quite the role in the episode. But yeah, the jewels are super, super unstable, and the scene with Tanya arguing about them with the with the scientist dude was really funny. I liked her arguing with him about the jewels being useless pieces of junk. Then I just felt so bad for poor Loli, because she just kept getting blown up again and again. The poor World War I magic Loli. But then, of course, we have Tanya requesting it. It seems like she requests a transfer, but I don't totally get it. It looked like she requested a transfer, but it was accepted. But what actually happened was that they just said, okay, this project isn't going to work anymore, just ditch it, it would seem. So, yeah, I think I get the basic premise of what went on. It's just I think the translation wasn't totally there. I think that's the issue. It wasn't an issue with the episode at all. I think it was more with the translation not really coming across very clearly. Then of course we have time stopping again, and God is in a nutcracker, once again cracking Tanya's balls if she still had them. And yeah, he is basically Troll God. He is really, really screwing with Tanya's life here. And I love Tanya's line when testing the new, talking about testing the new thing with the scientist dude, where she's just like, can we seriously not? Again, I'm not sure if that was the strongest translation, but can we seriously not really made me laugh. Also, they test the new thing out, and again, we find out from the scientist, he's like, oh, I was given a divine inspiration. I'm like, oh, Troll God really getting in the punches. And it was funny again when he stopped time, and he was like, I I had a miracle happen. And Tanya's like, you call strapping a bomb to my chest a miracle then? So I thought it was funny. And he says, well, basically, you've got to pray to me each time you want to use this magic jewel, or essentially, I guess it'll just blow up. I mean, it was unstable, and then once she prayed, it was stable again. So I guess she has to pray to use it, but also to not blow up while using it, I suppose. Because that's like the bomb with her always that's going to blow her up if she doesn't follow Troll God's wishes. So then, of course, she gets yellow eye superpowers. The eye color change always indicating superpowers here. And the soldier saw that it was a legit miracle. Scientifically, that should have not worked. It should have not happened like that, but hey, it did. So then we skip over we go from there over the events of episode 1 that happened between this and what happened next, and we're back at the Rhine conflict, the Rhine Theater conflict. And we have Eric giving his speech to the generals after seeing Tanya's file, of course. At least I think I don't know if they're necessarily generals, if that's their actual title, but you know what I mean, the brass, the higher-ups. So we're back to Eric telling the leaders about Tanya, and we do find that Tanya is 10 years old now, and of course Tanya said it's been 10 years to Troll God since he showed up, but I was like, so is she 9 or 10? They said last year she was 9, but it could have been a year having passed since then. So yeah, she's 10 years old now. Now, Tanya transfers Victoria to the capital for officer training, actually, and she's getting sent to university. So cute in the little winter coat. Tanya, very, very high waifu potential right now. Yeah. And then we find out pretty much the very end, when Tanya's heading to university, we have one of the higher-up dudes being like, we need a more powerful and versatile main force because our really, really stupid strategy is not working. No shit, your really stupid strategy isn't working, but they're like, we just need a powerful and more mobile main force. So we know that, of course, that is the doing of Troll God drawing Tanya back in, especially when we see her file with, Deus Tovolt written on it again, or Deus Lovolt. So very, very funny. And then I guess that was it. All we had left was, the ending theme and the after credits theme. I didn't think about those. The ending theme I actually really, really liked. There was a lot of really, really, really smexy lolly Nazi art there. So yeah, that was a really cool ending. I like the song as well, by Tanya's voice actor, I believe. It sounded like it, at least. Then poor Tanya with the after credit scene of Victoria like, oh, you're a growing girl. It's like poor man in the body of a growing lolly. So yeah, overall, animation and music, I thought it was really nice. Like I said, not totally a step up from last episode, still better than the first episode. Just still really nice and enjoyable. I thought the episode overall was enjoyable. I thought there were a few slow parts, honestly, around the time when she was talking to God in the Nutcracker, and just around that time when she was testing the different stuff. Like, I didn't mind seeing it, I liked it, I just will admit that it was a little bit slow. Another thing is that for the show as a whole, I'm really, now that we've gotten explanations for it and we've gotten into it, I like the universe. I like it's Magic World War I. I think the idea of Magic World War I is pretty cool. But the thing with it that I'm like is I like the focus on Tanya's character. There's a lot of focus, and the whole show has been really focused in on the one character. And I really like that. But I am left kind of wondering, I feel like I would like it if we had more important characters. Right now, Tanya's basically the only important character. Eric we see recurring, he seems like he'll be important. Victoria also seems like she'll be important. But Tanya's the only one we've really focused on. I know it's only been 3 episodes as well, but if it's a 12-episode show, then it's already a quarter of the way gone. And they haven't really got much into other characters. The scientist dude seems like he could be important, or we could never see him again. Who knows? But the thing is, I guess I kind of wish there was a larger, important cast. They don't have to be super important, keep the focus on Tanya, but I just wish we had more character variety, I guess, maybe. So yeah, that's about all I've got there. So for a score, I don't think I want to give it higher than an 8. I'll give it 8 Deus Low Volts out of 10. 8 out of 10 because I thought it was a really, really good episode. Definitely better than episode 1. About on par-ish. Maybe a little better, maybe a little worse in different spots than episode 2. But overall good. Overall I really enjoyed it. And I think that's what really matters. But it certainly wasn't perfect, of course. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. 8 out of 10. Like if you did like the video, and comment down there to tell me what you thought of this episode yourselves, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more Youjo Senki, One Piece, Little Witch Academia, Demi-chan with Katarita, and Kobayashi-san China Maid Dragon this season, plus a ton of other things on the channel, of course. And follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there best I can on stuff for the channel. That's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.